everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my March favorites. This is actually more of like a current favorites because I didn't do one for January and February, but this is the products that I've been loving. I've got some skincare, some makeup, some books, a little bit of everything, even like a food item or two in here. I do want to mention though before we get started is that if you didn't watch my last videos, I mentioned that I am filming in a completely different location, as you guys can probably tell, because I am trying to just use natural lighting, so everything you guys are seeing on camera is like the best representation of like color. So I do have two really big windows right here and then a massive window over here. I do have two like filler lights to kind of help light up the background because it was really dark last time. So if there is, like I said, a fluctuation in like the color and it looks like it's changing, it's because the sun is going back and forth between the clouds with like the wind. So it's just one of those days. But I definitely wanted to film because I actually start back to working 6 days next week, so it's going to be hard for me to try and film on that one day off, but I'm definitely going to try. So yeah, we're going to get started, and I'll go ahead and we'll get the makeup out of the way. So the first product I'm actually talking about is from Bobbi Brown. This is their Longwear Gel Eyeliner. This one is in the shade Sepia, S-E-P-I-A ink. So this is like a really pretty, I feel like a neutral kind of cooler tone brown. I really like this. I do love the Maybelline ones. I've used those several times, and these are expensive, but I got these when Ulta did their 21 Days of Beauty, and I'm obsessed with this color. I think it just looks a lot better on my eyes than black. I did get the black one, which I love as well, but there's something about this one that I feel like really just makes my blue eyes pop. But I will say, if you are on the fence about getting these compared to the Maybelline one, I don't feel like there is enough of a difference to necessarily splurge for these. But if you are someone who has really watery eyes and you kind of felt like the Maybelline one was fading really quickly on your lash line, this is definitely the way to go because the staying power of this is just so much longer. And I also feel like when I put this on my waterline and my eyes start watering, this doesn't immediately kind of start fading and getting like down here below like my waterline. But I also do really like this because I feel like when you first initially apply this, because I've been trying to do that like wing where you come straight down if you have hooded eyes, what TikTok says works, and I think it looks really good, but I can't go like super far because my hood comes like way out here and folds down. But I like this because the smudgeability of this is really good for, I'd say, like the first 15 seconds, but after that it really sets in. But I do like this. Would I necessarily pay the full price for this? No. But if you could ever catch it on the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty again, then I definitely feel like it's worth the money. But this is definitely something that's going to be a great summer favorite for me because I work in a like really hot location and I'm sweating a lot. So anything that has the staying power of this, I highly recommend. Again, I know it's expensive, but it is really good. All right, so next is a blush. This is the Pat McGrath Labs blush in Fleurtatious. And this is a really pretty, I have the hardest time getting this open. You probably seen me haul this a few months ago, but this is a really pretty, I feel like everyday shade for me. It works really well with my skin tone. But what I like about this is that it is a matte blush. I'll swatch it for you guys. But there's like a little bit of not necessarily a sheen, but it kind of has like a satin appeal to it. Again, I feel like this might be like really hard to see. I feel like you can see right there. See if I can build it up a little bit. But what I like about this is the blendability and the staying power. Again, I have more oily skin, so anytime I go for a blush that might be like a little bit more, I feel like dewy or a little more satiny, it can fade really quickly. But as you guys can see right here, this one is just really nice. It's pretty. It still makes my skin look like skin, but I just absolutely love the staying power and the blendability of this blush. I definitely want to pick up a few more shades in this, but again, this is a very like high price brand. And I'm trying to get through makeup products before I go and buy other makeup products because I do feel like a lot of my stuff, in all honesty, I feel like is kind of expiring before I can go through it. So I would love to kind of see brands like Clinique come out with like a little holiday palette that had like 3 smaller blushes in there of their like cheek pops, and I love that. I wish like Pat McGrath would do something like that maybe for the holidays or for something, because I definitely wouldn't mind smaller portions to try out several different shades. All right, so the next thing is this Stila liquid eyeshadow, and you guys, this is the Shimmer and Glow one. This one's in the shade Starlight. Again, I showed this in the haul. I really love liquid eyeshadows, but I love these because they last a really long time. I've been trying the About Face ones, and I gotta be honest, those get super oily on my eyelids really quickly and crease really bad. I'm not sure if I'm not using them right, but I've tried them several different ways, even tried setting them with a powder, and they just don't have great staying power. So I feel myself always going back to the Stila ones because I do really feel like they last all day. So this is like a golden champagne, really pretty. I think it looks really pretty all over the lid or the inner corner. Like really reflective. It's so pretty. If you like their glitter, I think it's glitter and glow ones. I used to love those as well, but I feel like this is a little more subtle, a little bit more everyday. Oh, and this was a shade Starlight. I wasn't sure if I mentioned that. So next is an eyeshadow palette. This is the Glamlite Kisses Hershey palette. I think this was from their first like collab or launch. This is really reflective, so I'm going to try not to blind you guys. But I'm obsessed with this. I think if you love cool tones, you will absolutely love these shades. Mine was broken because this was like from, ooh, sorry, there we go, I'm blinding you guys again. But I did just press these in, like the shimmer shades that kind of popped out. But these shades right here are amazing. I feel like the mattes in here are incredibly pigmented, but they blend like a dream. It's been a long time that I've had a matte eyeshadow that I've been like, oh my god, I can't believe how well this is blending. And then the shimmer shades are so creamy, but you definitely have to be careful. I feel like with the shimmer shades, because where they are so creamy, it's right there on the bottom. I'm not sure what that shade name is because these are not labeled, but there's only 2 shimmer shades in here. And then I'm going to swatch this other one for you. I just got to be really careful because like I said, this one does try to fall out on me quite a bit. But this is such a beautiful palette. Like, I definitely want to try more of Glamlite's eyeshadows because I do feel like they are incredibly gorgeous and really, really nice to work with. I'm not sure if the quality is the same all across the board with their eyeshadow palettes, but from what I've tried so far, I do really, really like it. All right, now kind of moving on to some skincare. This is from the brand Good Light. This is the Moon Glow Milking Toning Lotion. I really try to simplify my skincare routine because I do feel like as I get older, the more products I put on my skin, it just kind of feels weighed down and heavy. But this is a really, really nice one that I feel like when I wake up the next morning, my skin just seems more like healthy. It's not as dull looking. And right now I'm having the worst time with my skin. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm trying to narrow it down, but I think I'm having some sort of allergic reaction to something. Like my eyelids are like swelling up. Like I woke up several mornings and my lids are just like huge and I can barely open my eyes and they're really, really red and itchy. And then my throat is really, really red and itchy. And I haven't changed anything like at all because I've been going through and I'm like, okay, I'm going to start keeping a food journal to see what's irritating my skin. But this I've been using for, like I said, months. This had nothing to do with it. But like I said, I've been using this for a while now, and you guys can see I still have a lot of product left, but you need just a little bit. I just like to put a little bit in the palm of my hand and then just kind of press it into my skin and then go over top of it with my moisturizer. It's really lightweight, and it says it's got snow mushrooms, ceramides, oat kernel extracts, hyaluronic acid, like all kinds of stuff. So for all skin types, free of artificial fragrances, pH balanced, clean ingredients, cruelty-free, vegan, and fully recyclable packaging. So really nice. Comes in a glass bottle. If you guys have not tried this brand out, I did get this at Ulta. And like I said, so far so good. I'm really enjoying them. And then I have a company that I found, like I was like looking on Google. So this is the Bend Soap Company. And I believe they are a small business. I'm trying to think of where they were based in. It was like California or, let me see my zone here. Okay, so this says Oregon, but I thought for sure I seen on their TikToks that they were moving to Tennessee or had moved production maybe to Tennessee. But this stuff is so nice. I do still prefer their unscented one. I tried a bunch of different ones from there, but like I said, my skin just does not react well to fragrance, and I feel like the older I get, the worse it gets. So, really minimal packaging, as you guys can see, but this is the goat milk one with oatmeal and honey. I love this. Again, though, if you're someone that I feel like is sensitive to any sort of fragrance, this does have a little bit of one, and it might be from the honey. Yeah, and like the oatmeal, I would definitely recommend going with their unscented version. I've tried their lavender one, but again, I feel like anything with scents just isn't great for me. But I also buy this for my dad, so I'll usually put like a big order in like bulk. But I do like this, and if you guys again want to support, if that's going to focus on there we go, support small businesses, this is a really, really great one. And again, this is like a goat milk soap, but yeah, it's made from fresh goat milk and nutrient-rich oils. Your skin is your body's largest organ. Love your skin one bar at a time. No dyes, synthetic fragrances, or preservatives. No GMOs, soy, corn, canola oils, alcohols, parabens, anything like that. So again, awesome if you guys want to try this brand out. I do highly recommend them. Sorry about that. After all these years, I cannot figure out why this camera like stops recording after 15 minutes and like cuts off on me. I've looked everywhere to see if I can like turn off whatever that is, if it's a safety thing, but I'm sorry. But anyways, back to my favorites. In case you guys are wanting an update on this, I love it. So I did a video comparing this to the one I got on Amazon, and I just love this one so much better. I just feel like my hair just slides through this so much easier. I love how much longer the barrel is. I know it's expensive, but I did see that Ulta was doing like a 30% off on this, I think last week or a few days ago. It still might be on there, but this is really, really nice. It's what I use to curl my hair and like touch up on it today. Like I know it still looks a little rough, but I didn't feel like washing my hair tonight or last night, and I knew I was going to film, so I was like, I'll just touch up my curls. I just throw some texture spray in here, and I do feel like it lasts for the majority of the day. I have really hard to curl hair, but I feel like the more I curl my hair, the better my hair holds the curl, if that makes any sort of sense. But I do like it. I definitely feel like it's worth the money. I haven't had any of the issues. Some of the comments I was seeing, a lot of people talking about their hair kind of getting caught in here. I haven't had that as an issue. And a lot of people were saying like this just stopped working, but mine is still working really good, and I have used it a lot. So for me, I know that this is an investment, but I do really like it, and I do think that it is worth the money. The next thing, that is it for like hair and makeup, but the next thing I'm going to mention is actually something for your animals. So this is a shampoo. It's called the John Paul Pet. It says tested on humans first. I don't know if you guys can see down there at the bottom, but this is really nice. This lathers up really good. Like I probably bathe Xena, I'd say like once every 2 weeks. It kind of depends on if she decides to play in the mud or the weather outside. But this is nice. I find that it doesn't dry out her skin. I feel like with a lot of dog shampoos I've used in the past, like I can bathe her, and then I notice like for the next few days her skin can be kind of flaky. But this is really, really nice. So the scent is really good, and I've used probably about, I don't know if you guys can see, it doesn't look like about half of this. But it's really nice if you're looking for one, and it smells so good. This is the wild ginger. They might have other scents, but oh god, yeah, sorry, this smells so good. Like if you love the smell of ginger, then you will love the smell of this. So I'm not sure. I'm trying to think where I purchased this at, because I'd had it for a while, but I've just started using it recently because I run out of her other one. But yeah, so cleans, moisturizers, and adds shines to dogs and cats. So now on for like the fun part, which I feel like is the food and the books. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll have one book to mention because I've read a few books this year, but they've been good reads. Not great, so good. So I don't know if they're worthy of me like mentioning in a favorites video, but I really, really like this. So this is Fall of Wrath and Ruin, and I've read her Blood and Ash series, which let me say, I loved the first book. Okay, then I was like, okay, I like the second. By the time I got to the third, I was like, and then there's like a fourth one. And then I have bought her a Light in the Flame or something else, which I haven't read those yet because I was getting a little bored with it. But I'll be honest, I'm somebody that if I start a book series, I'm finishing it. Like, no matter what. Like, I think every book series I've ever tried to read, I think I've read all of them. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure because that's just how I am. Because I just got to finish it and wrap it up. But this was good. And I'm hoping, in my opinion, that this isn't one of those series that she's going to like drag on. But it's good. I would say the spice level in here is like from 1 to 5. I'm going to give it like a 3. I know everyone's going to rate their spice level a little bit differently depending on like what they have or haven't read yet. But like the last, I think it's line of this book or like the last few lines. Oh gosh, yeah, it is. It's so good. Sorry, every time I read it, it's just one of those that like how it wraps up, because it definitely leaves you on a cliffhanger. And then, like, it kind of solves one half of that cliffhanger. But, again, it's so hard to talk about books and not spoil them. Like, I can't tell you. Like, I've been trying to stay off of book talk because I'll be honest with you guys. Book talk has really ruined books for me. One, like, I'll be flipping through and it'll just give me a spoiler. Like, I haven't even watched that much of the video. But 2, book talk has recommended so many books to me that I've absolutely hated that I will not buy any other book recommendation. Because I have several. Because I just went, like, on a buying spree when they started recommending them. But also I feel like book talk has kind of ruined some like classic books that were, I feel like, good before book talk, if that makes sense. Like everyone is all on, I feel like, the Throne of Glass and A Court of Thorns and Roses trend. And I just, oh God, I don't know. I just feel like they've ruined it. But, and like I said, I feel that way about really book talk as a whole. I feel like they've ruined just reading in general. And I'm not saying that to like hurt anybody's feelings or anything, but I kind of miss, I don't know. It's just one of those things with TikTok. Like I said, I feel like TikTok for me, it ruined my ability to go out and buy food because now I look at every single ingredient and now I feel like I can't be healthy or stay healthy unless I cook my own meals at home. It's just kind of like one of those things. But again, like I'm not hating on like anybody. I'm just saying for me, book talk has definitely not been great for my like reading, I guess, experience. So yeah, I wanted to say that this is a really good one and I've really been enjoying it. Right now, I just read A King of Blood and Battle, or is it Battle and Blood? I can't remember. I read that one. I'm on the second one, A Queen of Something, but that one's a snooze fest. The first one was good. Again, not a great read, a good read. But let me just tell you, this like second book, I have been trying to get through this book now for weeks. And I'm going to get it though. Like I said, I will not quit until I finish it. All right, I only have two more products to mention. And the first is a drink that I'm actually drinking now. So this is by Spindrift. This is their like a new flavor. They released two. So this is the passion fruit orange guava. And holy crap, when I tell you, this is so good. My favorite's the raspberry lime. And then last year they come out with strawberry mango, I think, and I hated that one. So I still have some in my fridge that I ordered that I'm still trying to get through, but they're just, oh, and I know not everyone likes sparkling water, but I will say Spindrift, there's actually it's like squeezed juices in there. It's no like artificial or like natural flavors in there. So if you're kind of looking for a better sparkling water, that's a really good brand. They also come out with grape. I like grape as well, but I don't love it like I love the guava and passion fruit one. So if you guys have not got your hands on it, definitely try it out. My local Target has it. That's where I found it. And it's like I said, raspberry lime's up here and like guava's like right here. They're so close, but yeah. All right. The next thing I'm going to mention is what I sweeten my coffee with. So this is I guess the brand is Crown Maple Syrup. It's the bourbon barrel aged one. And when I tell you guys, this is so good. But sorry, I don't know if you guys heard that or not. I don't know what that was. If that was a plane flying over us or what. But anyways, this stuff is amazing. It tastes so good, especially in your coffee. I've been trying to, again, stay away from like any sort of sweeteners that's got like artificial flavors or, you know, like really bad stuff. So I've been switching back to honey and maple syrup, and I'd been putting maple syrup in it, just regular maple syrup. And I was like, I'm going to look and see what else I can find. And I actually got this brand sample size. It had Madagascar vanilla, regular maple syrup, and then this bourbon barrel one, but this one. And just to show you how much I like it, not only did I finish that little sample, but I've already gone through a whole bottle. And yes, I'm keeping these because this is glass. This is really nice. I'll find something, clean that out, and find something to do with it. But it's really good. And I think if you're looking for a better way to like flavor your espresso or your coffee or whatever you drink, then this is amazing. 10 out of 10. I think this, yeah, it says limited edition, but I'm hoping not. I might go and buy like 10 of these, but this isn't cheap by any means. It's definitely a little bit more on the expensive side, but it's completely and totally worth it. In my opinion, too, you need like and I like my coffee not super sweet, but to have a little bit of flavor. I use about a half a tablespoon. If I'm having a rough day, I'll put like a whole tablespoon in there, but it's really good, a 10 out of 10. But yeah, guys, that is it. That's all my favorites. Like I said, I know it didn't seem like I had a lot, but I've just honestly not been wearing a ton of makeup. And when I have been home, I'm like working and I'm out and about. So yeah, I haven't really, I don't know, like I said, been into makeup too much. But as I get older, like I said, I definitely feel like my channel, like I want to go in a different direction. I want it to change. I don't want it to be as like beauty and makeup focused, but I still want that to be a focus because it is something that I still do genuinely enjoy like playing with and everything. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.